Okay, humor in movies is getting worse though. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Because millennial
Here,
humor.
let's start.
Hello, welcome back from the Matrix. I'm JD. This is Matt.
Yeah, I'm Matt. We're going to Temple 4.
Okay, humor in movies from like the early 2000s is pretty awful. It got all right. Honestly, nah, it's never been that. Comedy movies have kind of sucked ass ever since, I don't know, the 90s. But I think humor in movies is just getting worse. Because now, it's like unregulated millennial humor. Now that all the boomers are starting to retire, and like millennials are starting to be promoted and graduate up into like senior writer positions, the humor is just absolutely derailing. Like millennials have the worst sense of humor in history, and we know this, right? It's the whole joke that liberals can't meme, but the reason is just because it's millennials and they just suck at humor. They just think stupid random. They XD random. They're the progenitors of XD random humor. So we know it's gonna be awful. And one of the most egregious films for this is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, I can see that.
Absolutely amazing movie. So fantastic.
Is she not gonna give me help?
It's such a good movie, but the humor just brings it down like a notch, at least one notch in my head. Because it's just so unbearably unfunny. Like, like they keep bringing back the hot dog world, hot dog universe. Yeah. You're supposed to laugh here. That's not funny. That's not funny. It's not. I didn't laugh once at the hot dog world thing. It's just not funny.
It's more unsettling. It looked gross.
It's not even unsettling. It's just like dumb. It's just stupid. It's just XD random. And I don't like that. I don't like it at all. I think it's not funny. And they broke the whole rule of threes. They made it rule of like 26 with that movie. Because they just kept beating the dead horse. Just kept railing on that joke.
Did they do it more than 3 times? I haven't seen that.
Oh, they did way more than 3 times. They just kept railing on the jokes. And even the jokes that were just kind of like offhand, kind of funny, that like you don't have to tell that 3 times. They made sure to do it 3 times. Like the Ratatouille universe joke, where they're like, we have to do this 3 times. You don't have to bring it back 3 times. First of all, you're already in Act 3. So
also, it's like a reference is your joke that you repeat.
It's literally, yeah, it's just a reference to Ratatouille, but with
you saw this movie,
but with a raccoon instead of a rat.
We didn't want to get sued.
Isn't that funny? It's a raccoon instead of a rat. What's funny about it? I'm sorry. What's funny about that? What is the punchline? Millennial humor sucks. It's just awful. I can't wait for Gen Z to start writing movies.
They're not,
because that shit's gonna be hilarious.
Will it?
Dude, Gen Z humor is so funny, especially people younger than us.
I don't know. I feel like it's
so funny. Have you seen Gen Z memes? They're like surreal. It's like surrealism.
There's some gems that are like, they go above and beyond what you think, but like there's so much of it that's shit.
I don't know. It's all like really meta and self-aware, self-referential.
Yeah,
and like surrealistic, and I love that shit. That's so funny to me. Like the millennial humor is not self-aware in the slightest, but Gen Z humor is like super duper ironic. It's like ironic and self-aware and self-referential at the same time. And it's just like,
how would that translate?
It's like you
to
can't.
film?
I don't know how that would translate to film because I'm not smart. But when it does translate to film, I know it's gonna be funny. But anyway, we were talking about Star Wars. It's just like, to me, Star Wars was mind-blowing when it came out, right? And that's great, and I can understand that. And I really can appreciate that. I like Star Wars. I really do. It's awesome. Star Wars is so cool. It introduces just like so many things that like completely changed the genre of sci-fi forever. And I can appreciate that. Just like how I can appreciate Lord of the Rings. Except Lord of the Rings are like really good films because they're just good stories too. But Star Wars is just like not narratively special to me.
Fuck,
especially
bitch.
the original trilogy. The original trilogy.
What the fuck?
How do you make the same mistake twice, dumbass?
I don't know. I'm an insane person.
Yeah. Which is coming from me, who died to the same boss like 400
Yeah, but you didn't
times.
die in the exact same fucking...
No, I know.
I thought it would be different this time. Anyway.
It's just like, especially the original trilogy, is just not very narratively special. You know, it's just a hero's journey. Through beat for beat, hero's journey. There's no like unique twists or anything added to it that kind of like throw it off. Except for obviously the I am your father. But everybody knows that. So
Well,
that's,
yeah, now.
it's not. Yeah,
Which
now.
Which is why...
No, that's what I'm saying though. When
No.
it first came out,
But that's not what it's made for. It's made for later generations to watch it in order. Like, once everybody
no,
dies...
it's not. That's
What?
not. It's
That's-
made for you to. Yes. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Maybe it is made for you to watch it from episode 1, but that's dumb because that ruins the entire "I am your father" twist. The prequel trilogy is made to be watched after. That's the point. That's why he made it afterwards. That's why there's twists in the original which wouldn't work with the prequel. Because if you watch it with the prequels first, it ruins all of the twists of the second one.
What do you mean all of the twists? There's the one.
Well, there's the one "I am your father" twist, but then there's also like, you know, it ruins who the Emperor is. Because when you watch the original, you don't get to see the Emperor until Strikes Back, and even then it's just a hologram, right? You don't get to really
which
see
is
him.
how is he introduced into the prequel trilogy?
He's literally one of the main characters.
No. I think this is a separate thing.
He is.
But
It is a twist that he is the Sith Lord. That's a twist,
Fuck. But
right?
you
That
know,
Palpatine is the Sith Lord. That's a twist in and of itself.
I mean, it kind of is. They
But it's
didn't-
not like the whole movie is written like you already know that. So it's not like watching the original trilogy first would ruin that as a twist. It doesn't. The whole movie's written like you already know that because you do. Because the original trilogy came out first. Because you're supposed to watch it first. Star Wars is great, but there's
know where
nothing
I'm
really
going.
that special about it. You know, they're not really that great of films. It's not like Lord of the Rings, where Lord of the Rings is one of the best stories ever written. Right?
I don't know. I would be able to thoroughly enjoy Star Wars more than Lord of the Rings. I feel like Lord of the Rings is even more.
Lord of the Rings is really long.
It gets really boring for a lot of it.
It does. And that's kind of like Peter Jackson's fault. Even if you watch the theatrical versions, they do.
Yeah,
drag.
not the 12-hour extended
Yeah,
version.
even if you watch the theatrical versions, especially
It's really
Fellowship, it gets better with the other ones.
But Two Towers too is just we're doing the same thing and we don't
Not
get
really.
anywhere.
Have you seen the theatrical of Two Towers recently?
No,
It's actually pretty well paced.
I haven't seen any of them recently.
I've just watched Two Towers theatrically recently, which is why I remember what it's like. It's actually pretty well paced, which is nice. It is still too long. Peter Jackson just really has struggles making movies short.
Did he make The Hobbits too, or was
He
that
made the
somebody
Hobbit
else?
movies too, yeah.
Because those were also not very good.
Well, Lord of the Rings movies are good.
Well, yeah, I didn't mean to say also, because the Lord of the Rings movies are objectively good, but the
Yeah.
Hobbit movies are
So is Star
okay.
Wars. I'd say Star Wars is objectively good too. Right.
Yeah, it's hard to talk about something that's because like, or like, how do you view the sequels in relation to the rest of it? Because
What do you mean by that?
it almost straight up ignores parts of the lore and how the Force works and shit like that.
Yeah, well, that was made to appease people. I view
No. Like, what do you mean made to appease people?
well, the
Because I mean, like,
ignoring parts of the lore of the sequels
Oh, you mean to like appease the fans that
It was meant
hated
to
the
appease the
prequels.
fan base that hated shit like midichlorians and shit like that.
But it's just like the midichlorians isn't the Force. It's
No, yeah.
it's how they detect the Force. You know.
I don't remember what midichlorians are. I mean, honestly,
That's what it is. Midichlorians are a thing in your blood that
I think midichlorians. Yeah, they're supposed to be like mitochondria.
Yeah,
but
they're
they use
based
the
on
force.
That. They feed off the living force, which allows the being to.
That's
like,
fucking stupid, man.
What do you mean it's stupid? It works in a symbiotic
Explaining
relationship.
if it's like explaining it as just saying it's like mitochondria is better.
Well, yeah,
Because you're just making it sound like it's bacteria, and that's what people hated about it. It's like, oh, it's just all this time the force has just been bacteria. That's so
it's just
dumb.
giving a scientific definition to what it is.
But that's the worst scientific definition ever.
What is it? If you have a lot of what is the fucking thing called?
Midichlorians.
Midichlorians. If you have a lot of midichlorians, a lot of it feeds off of you, and that makes you stronger with the force. And that's what they meant when Anakin had a lot of midichlorians. He could control a lot of the force.
That's still dumb, though.
What do you mean it's dumb? It's just giving you an explanation of what it is.
It doesn't
which is
need- it
which
doesn't
they would
need
know.
an
They would
explanation.
know.
The force does not need an explanation. It's intuitive. It just kind of like makes sense to people. Like, oh shit, there's just like this thing that underpins the whole
Okay, but my point
reality,
is that
and you can just kind of like manipulate it if you train yourself to. That's cool. The idea that anybody can be like, that's the thing that people don't like about it, is that the force just becomes like this genetic thing. That's not true.
That's more realistic.
How life works is you can train yourself and develop to become a better person.
that's how Jedi training works.
But now it's not anymore because you can't. Because only some people have the force.
No, only some
That's
people have a
bullshit.
lot of midichlorians, and then some people are considered force users. But that was a thing developed by the Jedi. I need a walkthrough. I don't know where I'm going. I have to go down here, and I was supposed to talk to this lady twice. I didn't know that.
You have to talk to her 2 times.
Yeah, so I talked to her right away, and she said, "I'm thirsty." And then I went to the fountain, and I pressed the button, and it said, "Want to get some water?" And I thought that meant I needed a bottle, because a bottle is one of the things that you can get in this game.
Not this time.
But you can just have it.
You just bring it to her with like in your hands.
Yeah, you're like, slip
hey,
it
I
out
heard
my
you were
fingers."
thirsty.
It's literally her. She's right over here, right by the fountain. You have water. Come to my house.
I brought you water. Hey, I brought you water.
I
Can I
dropped
come
it.
inside? Not that kind of come inside. What the fuck is in her house?
I don't know. Come back when you are ready. What? 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 Give me the
Do you
phone.
need the-
I didn't read it all the way, apparently. I thought I just needed to...
Bruh.
Okay.
First of all, she aged like 30 years.
that isn't her. She could...
yeah?
This is why this game is dumb. It's all the bullshit that you have to just be like, oh, I played the game for 5 years, and now I can beat the game, which that was most of these goddamn.
This is
old
what I'm
games.
saying. It's just so. I was trying to say that shit earlier. I just could not form the words properly.
But I do really like the game, except when it gets dumb and stupid and dumb.
See, it's like you like the game in hindsight because you get to play it off of like all of the collective knowledge that people have
Yeah,
on the game.
having a walkthrough is
Yeah.
super nice.
And that's
But
the thing.
there's
is, like,
something about playing an old game like this with a walkthrough, and you just like breeze past it, and you're like, well,
I don't like playing games with walkthroughs.
no,
It just
like,
feels like cheating, you know?
it's like if I was playing a game that I've already beaten,
Yeah.
and it's one of those fucking games where it's like you
Yes.
need everything. Like playing Castlevania 2, that wouldn't be fun even with a walkthrough.
I don't know. Maybe it would.
No. I've
Have
tried.
you tried?
Yes. Yes. It's annoying.
Well,
and
how
not
long ago
fun.
have you tried though?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You want to try to play it? I'm like, I have it on my Switch. Yeah, so I'm gonna get one from the fucking maze.
It says
Like-
you have 6 though, right?
I have 4.
Why
Or
the
no,
fuck is there 6 there?
I don't know. Wait, I don't remember how this works.
I think you do only have 4 though.
Yeah, because it's a container, and then that's like the cost of it. I think. or something. I don't know. Oh, okay. I guess I'm going the right way.
It's like, I don't know. Star Wars is more shit than it is good. Right? Like, if you look at the whole of the franchise...
You're talking about, like, TV shows and stuff?
If you look at the whole of the franchise of Star Wars, it has, you know, a little over 3 good movies. Right? Depending on if you want to argue if the sequels are not, which most people don't like. So, either mediocre corporate schlock like Han Solo and Rogue One, or just garbage, just actually bad. It's either mediocre or bad.
Oh, you haven't watched Andor, though. That's like an actual show.
Because I'm tired of Star Wars. I'm sick and tired. I don't want to get my hopes up again and have them let down again by the fucking corporate sellout garbage.
Because that was actually made by someone that gives a fuck about their art.
Like, even The Mandalorian is only kind of good.
Yeah, once they threw in Luke just because. Did you even watch the end of season 2?
No, I didn't.
At the end of season 2, Luke shows up and he's digitally de-aged Mark Hamill. And
I thought he said he was done with Star Wars. I thought he wouldn't accept another contract.
No, he has come back multiple times as Luke, but as
fucking bullshit.
But his Luke is like a more accurate Luke, instead of being like an old man.
An old man.
Look, now I can shoot the fire. Epic beams.
It's just like when the main characters in a series start to show their age, but you're still milking them.
Like the new Indiana Jones movie that's going to come out?
The new Indiana Jones, the new Ghostbusters, new Star Wars. You're milking the old actors for the pull that they once had. That's how you know it's bad. Like, if it can't stand on its own 2 feet and it needs to get the old actors in just to, you know, because the movie can barely pull its own weight. It's garbage. It's garbage. Your series has died. The whole franchise has died at that point. I don't see how they can bring it back.
Which is
and
why Andor is refreshing, because it has nothing. It doesn't even mention Jedi or anything. It's just about the Empire and it's basically like how the rebellion's growing. It's like that time period, but it's only told like it's only Andor. So like I don't know. Without spoiling everything, because he like goes into different things throughout the series and like different areas of what life was like under the Empire before the Galactic Civil War. Because like, you know, before episode 4 when they blew up the Death Star and all that, because they weren't like an actual militia or whatever. So I've got the fire now. Now I can go back to the maze.
I still don't see it. Just give it a chance, man. So amazing that it brings back the whole series. And I don't think you're saying that it does, obviously.
Well, people have described it as, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. People have said that about every Star Wars show.
Are really the best way to take reviews from.
People have said that about every Star Wars show. They're like, oh, The Mandalorian is different. This one is different. This one is different. No, they're all just sellout garbage. It's just mass-produced garbage. Star Wars is just Marvel. That's all it is. Star Wars is just another Marvel franchise. Just mass-produced schlock to milk money out of. Because that's what happens to art when it can't be sustained without fucking capitalism.
Right? I saved the child.
That's what happens to art under capitalism. It's just, it always inevitably just becomes a money-making machine, another industry, just like everything else. Just like you would make corn in a factory, canned corn in a factory, now movies are made the same way. It's not art anymore. It's just a product. Star Wars is just a product. And I'm not fucking partaking in it anymore. I just refuse to support with my money something which was once art and is now just a product. So you need 5 containers?
I already got it. I got the thing.
Oh, you got the fire?
Yeah.
Shit.
You missed it. But
yeah, I did, because I don't give a fuck about what's happening.
Well, it's a lot of the same area that I already went into every time, but now I have to go back and do everything I know.
Man, I sure am invested.
Sure is boring around here. Dude,
I just wonder what Ganon's up to.
I thought those YouTube poops, like of Zelda CDI and Mario CDI, were they not like one of the biggest YouTube poop themes or whatever?
Oh yes, they were.
So
They were one of the biggest poop samples.
It was either Carl or Jim that I was talking to, and I was like, "You've never seen any of the CDI."
What?
Any of it.
What?
And I was like, "You've never seen any of this, but you know what YouTube poop is."
How can you?
Yeah, right? And I'm like, we're the same age. What?
CDI was like the Zelda CDI was like, and so was with the Mario CDI too, where it's spaghetti. I sure hope you brought lots of spaghetti.
Oh my god. Classic stuff. Classic internet.
That's literally like the only thing that those are like some of the two only things that people sampled from.
Yeah, that's
like
what
other
YouTube
stuff.
poop was.
Yeah, like you'd make a SpongeBob episode and then you'd put spaghetti in it, and that's YouTube.
And then that was like, wasn't that the Luigi thing or something?
Luigi. Yeah, it was like this really weird picture of Luigi from Mario is Missing, I think.
Yeah. Oh, nothing under there yet. I'll eventually randomly come upon the thing I need under that fucking desk. Oh, I was in the other place, but now I'm here.
See, like the thing is,
Fuck
like,
you. What do I need now?
YouTube poop was the height of millennial humor. It just was downhill from there. And it's like when YouTube poop is your starting point, you know their humor fucking
That's weird
sucks.
to think that YouTube poop was a millennial thing.
Yeah, it was. It was like, because it was millennials making it, and Gen Z was consuming it and laughing at it.
Fuck.
But it's like, when your starting point, when like the peak of your humor, when you were young and cool, was YouTube poop? Like our age, those people
We were
our
like
age making
12.
that shit. We were like 12 watching that. Or like 10. I was like 9, 10 when I first started watching YouTube poop. But you gotta understand, that was like college age people making that.
Okay,
and they
but
thought
were
that
they-
was hilarious.
Were
in
they
college
making it
age.
for...
They thought it was funny. You have to understand.
Yeah,
that
they
thought,
must have.
They
'cause
had to.
Otherwise,
think,
they wouldn't have made it.
no,
right?
they had to have thought it was funny, right? And that's the thing. When that's your starting point, you know their humor just fucking sucks. Like that shit is not funny to anyone above the age of like 13. It's bad. That is bad. You know their humor fucking sucks, man. Like, the epitome of their humor was Doge memes, Awesome Baby,
What's Awesome Baby?
and YouTube poop. It's just the baby that's going like,
Oh, yeah.
you know the memes that had like the striped stuff on the background?
I remember old memes.
The old memes. And even that shit was less funny than YouTube poop, and that's the stuff that most of them were eating up. And like YouTube poop was like edgier half of millennial humor. But it's fucking bad. That is bad. You millennials, you need to stop trying to be funny, because you're not. You guys thought YouTube poop was funny
Hey,
when you
can
were
we find
25.
an example of good millennial humor?
Yeah. All right. That's an editing challenge for you.
No.
Trying to find an example of good millennial humor.
No. We gotta think. There's gotta be something.
I would try to like think of comedians maybe.
Like,
But even like
do you think Superbad is like the last kind of like
that's still like not that's like older humor though, because that was made in the like
2009?
yeah, it was 2009.
But like,
Millennials were not making movies at that point, right? They were.
okay, yeah. I guess you meant writing wise. I was trying to think of like the actors in it.
No, in terms of writing, the actors, yeah, I guess you could call
Oh, yeah, that reminds me of. Do you remember mid 90s?
Michael Cera is definitely a millennial. Yeah, mid 90s. He also was done by whatever that.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
That was a good one.
Jonah Hill's great. No, actually, Jonah Hill is one of the best indicators to me if
It's gonna be a good movie.
Yeah.
Like fucking Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes. No. almost any movie. He chooses his roles so well. There are almost no bad Jonah Hill movies. Even fucking Megamind is amazing.
I forgot he was in that.
Megamind is so good.
Great.
There's one bad Jonah Hill movie that I've seen.
Which one?
And it's Accepted. Have you ever heard of Accepted? No. It's basically just generic college movie.
Oh.
Where like this guy can't get into college, so he makes his own fake college to trick his dad into thinking he got into college. Jonah Hill's in that, and he plays like a classic nerd in that.
Oh, is that when he was like really fat as a kid?
Yeah, he was like extremely young, and
yeah, he was like typecast as the fat kid for a lot of time.
Yeah, I have yet to see. That's like one of the only bad Jonah Hill movies that I know of. Do you know of any bad Jonah Hill movies?
Because like,
he's got. Have you ever seen War Dogs?
No, but I know he's in it, and I know he's really
in that. And that's a good movie too. Whoa, another temple. Wow, it looks exactly the same.
No,
as
this
all
one is purple.
Oh shit, it's way different then.
It makes me pop. Oh,
whoa, it's a priest. What is happening?
They're whiz robes. I need to learn the reflective. I don't.
You don't learn the attack patterns, dude.
I don't know how to attack them. I can't even fucking block their thing yet.
You can really now with your shield?
No, I need a reflect spell.
You need that.
And I need this dude to get over. Can't attack.
You
them
can
at all.
attack them.
No, they have helmets.
No, not these guys. But I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. I don't remember exactly.
The whiz robes. It's just like when they stop flashing. Then they're not invincible anymore.
Dude, remember 2012, the movie that came out in 2009?
I do remember that.
I never saw it.
2012.
I remember 12, 12, 12, 12. Like looking at the clock and it was 12, 12. And the 12th second. I was in elementary school.
I was in 6th grade. You were not in 6th grade?
Yeah. Elementary school was still had 6th grade.
That's middle school, dude.
No, this was back before then.
Okay.
No, I'm serious. I was the last class to be 6th grade in the elementary school.
I was also.
Oh, fuck.
But I went to a different school. That's kind of crazy how that works.
Yeah, it also changed for you guys, but you guys also had 7th and 8th.
Mine was in the elementary school, but it's still considered middle school, right? It just was in the same.
Yeah. In different parts of the country, it already was 6th grade in middle school.
6th grade has always been middle school.
No.
It's been for a long time.
Well, yeah. Now we've been out of school for a long time. They literally switched it the year. At least in Bismarck, because in Bismarck, it was always 6th grade in elementary school.
What?
Yeah. Until our grade.
Whoa. Either way, yeah, I was in 6th grade, and like people actually thought the world was ending and shit. That was when like Illuminati conspiracy videos were like actually taken seriously. You know what I mean? They were just kind of like running rampant on the internet, along with Alex Jones. I think that was back like when everybody watched Alex Jones.
Did everybody watch him?
Oh yeah, that was back when he was still on YouTube and stuff. You know, everybody watched Alex Jones back then, and then after 2012, people were like, "Wow, this guy is insane."
I thought it was after the Sandy Hook stuff.
No, he was at his most popular during the Sandy Hook stuff, and that's like after that stuff happened, they realized, "Wow, that's
wow, this guy kind of."
It's like. Because then he started saying some really crazy stuff about Sandy Hook.
Have you seen the Kanye stuff?
People were just kind of like, okay, this guy is wild. Oh, it's boss time?
No, it's the shoe. Fuck you, give me my shoe.
What? So you can like walk on
water.
Walk on air?
Fuck you! Not going back there. Fuck that guy. Now I can walk on water.
Man, I wish I could do that in Elden Ring.
Just walk on water?
No, fucking... Just
go backwards, yeah.
Just load the save state.
Well, they know how unfair these games are. Oh, fuck. Okay, one of the temples, you literally have to walk through a wall.
That can't be this one.
No, I don't think it is, because it ends at a point, and it's just like, well, you need to walk through the wall now. Or maybe I just dropped down here, and I never went through the first one. There's the key I need to get to the other place.
Damn, sounds like me earlier.
Oh, fuck you! Jesus fucking Christ!
You thought you were gonna get health
All right, we'll cut back there. Or what are we even at? What's the time there? If it's an hour, that's the episode.
I have a massive erection.
Do you now?
No reason motor.
Is that considered millennial humor?
We're at 52.
Yeah, we should probably end it. All right, next time we'll beat the dungeon.
Oh.